evening and a warm welcome. I'm Griha Atul and you're watching Viewpoint. The Saliva genuflecting before a yogi, and not just any, but the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, and that's what has generated the controversy that the viral image featuring him is generating for a while now. Even though Rajnikanth, who plays by few rules of stardom and remains a deeply spiritual man, himself described his gesture towards Adityanath by saying, and I quote from his statement, "A sannyasi or a yogi, even if they are younger to me, it is my practice that I touch their feet. That's all I did here." But guess it wasn't enough to stop the ripples it stirred. For many of Rajini's fans, this was a betrayal by a star whose fans treat him as God. And to those who continue to harbour hopes of Rajnikanth making a long-expected political plunge, it was a declaration in many ways of his leanings. A section is also worried that an endorsement of this kind by none other than Rajnikanth would rather help validate the image of the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu ahead of the 2024 general elections. In fact, Congress leader Udit Raj has an added theory that's worth mentioning here. He is of the opinion that Rajnikanth's gesture stems from his perception of Yogi Adityanath as a future Prime Minister, considering Rajnikanth has never displayed such courtesy towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Also pitting the Saliva with the Ulaga Nayakan cannot be far behind now, can it? And hence, an old video of fellow Tamil actor and budding politician Kamal Haasan, who is also an atheist by the way, has surfaced, where Kamal Haasan can be heard talking about never touching the feet of anyone, even God. Political leaning or an impending foray into the field, a conjecture that would never leave the leader or Saliva for his legions of fans. That's what we're discussing on Viewpoint tonight.
Sadhu is a person who left everything, who is not aspiring for positions, power and others. As far as I know, whether Mr. Ajay Singh or Adityanath has left the chief ministership.
ஒரு சன்னியாசி ஆகட்டும் இல்லை ஒரு யோகி ஆகட்டும், அவங்க வயசில் நம்மளோட சின்னவராக இருந்தால் கூட அவர் காலையில் விழுறது என்னுடைய பழக்கம். நான் அதான் செஞ்சேன்.
Who is Congress? What do they know about Indian tradition? What do they know about our culture? It shows very clearly that the Congress has gone out of our culture. It is Indian culture, not Italian culture. They should know that.
Opening this up to my panel, who joins me this evening, Dr. Kaushal Mishra of the Bharatiya Janata Party is with us. Nupur Mehta, who's an actor, is with us. Also with us is George Kunyad, who's a political analyst. We are also expecting a member of the Congress Party, Mr. Udit Raj, to be joining us very, very shortly. But Dr. Mishra, let me begin with you. How do you read this controversy around the Saliva and the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath?
Griha, I think there is no controversy at all if the Rajnikanth himself came out and said that it is just a gesture of respect and it is a tradition of Hindu culture and Indian society that if anybody meets to any Swami or any saint or any yogi or any Mahatma, we also used to touch his feet. Age is no bar between this. It is all about the commitment and person's own shraddha. So I don't see there is anything like politics, but anybody who wants to do the politics, they can free to do. But it is a normal gesture, it is a normal courteous meeting by the Rajnikanth ji to not only Yogi ji, he met with Anandiben Patel, he met with Akhilesh ji, he met even Raja Bhaiya, he met even Deputy CM Keshav Prasad Maurya ji. So he I think his visit was a totally professional visit, and being a CM of UP state, Yogi ji also he wanted to meet, and it is normal meeting, and just touching the feet, it's his own faith and belief, and I think that is a proper way to respect any yogi or any sadhu or anything. I don't see any politics about that.
Dr. Mishra, it was interesting how you called him the Rajnikanth. Everybody, his fans, they call him the saliva, the leader. He has a certain kind of position, a position of power in society. And we all know the kind of fan base that Rajnikanth has. And that's why probably it has ruffled a few feathers, especially in his fan base, because they consider him God. Like I said in my introduction, there are many of them, they consider him as God, and he genuflecting before a chief minister of the state, because remember, we're talking about Yogi Adityanath. He obviously comes from a position of power, and that is the office of the chief minister that he commands in the state of UP. And that's why there is a lot of conjecture that's being drawn, whether it is from his past meeting, Rajnikanth's past meeting that he met with the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, or now with Yogi Adityanath, of his political leanings. How does the BJP choose to look at that?
I think you have to see that Yogi ji comes from a tradition of yogi culture. He is not a normal human being. He is a yogi. And Modi is a normal he is a prime minister of our country. So if he meets Pradhan Mantri ji, he gives its own way of respecting. But he himself clarify that it is yogi and sadhu. If he is meeting to somebody as a yogi and sadhu, he can touch the feet. I don't see any politics behind this, but opposition is free to do anything.
Okay. I believe we also have Udit Raj now, member of the Congress party. Mr. Udit Raj, let me take in a few questions with you first, considering you have an interesting anecdote and also an interesting theory to share as far as this entire controversy that's been played out. Now, you are claiming that it is Rajnikanth who sees a prime minister in Yogi Adityanath. He sees where the leadership lies as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, and hence, this honorable gesture, bowing to Yogi Adityanath. How do you actually support and base those claims?
See, the gesture and respect what Rajinikanth has shown to Yogi ji have never shown to Modi ji. And if he considers that Yogi ji is sannyasi or hermit, then of course Modi ji also assumes that position. He also is in robes, like saffron robes. So I feel that he gives more respect to Yogi ji than Modi ji. Modi ji goes there to Chennai, but he never does. And elsewhere also they need it. So not only that, thing from the BJP camp itself, there are rumors that future Prime Minister will be Mr. Yogi.
Okay.
This is what we hear from. See, I don't know.
So basically, you're basing your claims to these rumors that you are attributing to the BJP camp. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Sometimes you see to whisper talk is like that. That Archer Siddharth is promoting Yogi ji. Maybe that had influenced Rajinikanth to touch his feet. Otherwise, why can't he touch the feet of Modi ji?
Okay.
Modi ji also sannyasi. He goes and of course he is in transcendental stage in
But Udit Rajji, if we were to go by the statements that Rajnikanth has made, he's gone on to say that anybody who is a yogi or a sannyasi, I would deliberately go ahead and bow down to that person irrespective of what his age is. That's what the spiritual side really is laid bare as far as the actor is concerned. So how do you read that statement when you're making these claims?
See, what happened is that there is a discussion that from Kedarnath, he was to go over there. He stopped over Lucknow. And what made him to especially meet Yogi ji? And when he comes to Delhi, then he doesn't meet Prime Minister here. So there is something, or maybe in his mind, of course, the advantage of Mr. Yogi is more than Modi ji.
Okay.
These are the things which are discussed. That it's a sort of non-conventional for Rajinikanth.
Okay.
See, Rajinikanth normally doesn't do like this, but this is the very extraordinary move of Rajinikanth going to Yogi ji and touching his feet.
Okay.
I don't know what is in mind, but what is being murmured in the in political circle, in of course in journalist circle, that definitely he has something in his mind.
Okay. So, I would quickly get Dr. Mishra to respond to this claim that you're making, Mr. Raj. I would request you to stay on with us. Quick response from Dr. Mishra, then I will go to George Kurian. That's an interesting aspect that we need to be looking at, Dr. Mishra. Now, Congress is claiming that there is a rift between the BJP camp. And it's not just a rift. It's a big claim that's been made by the Congress party, which is attributed to the rumors that are coming in from the BJP camp. How do you respond?
Griha, Mr. Udit Raj has clarified that he is claiming all the claims based on the rumors, so nothing to say. But you have to see that it is the first time that in the Indian history, first time some yogi is becoming chief minister from the BJP camp, and anybody is coming and giving the respect to him. It is not digested by any opposition leader. He has to understand that this is the first time when some yogi is becoming CM. And that is why that Rajnikanth ji has touches his feet. I don't see any politics, but I don't know why everybody wants to see politics in all the activity. And he is saying that he came to Delhi and not meet the Prime Minister. Yeah. He might be requested, but Prime Minister is so busy. He is going to the BRICS meeting. Okay. He is too busy to for normal formal meetings. So you have to understand the busyness of Prime Minister and busyness of a CM. Some guest is coming to Uttar Pradesh,
who is the
CM,
to these
is
rumors that
head of
Yogi
the
can be considered as a prime ministerial face. That's a pointed question that I'm asking you, so that we just nip it in the bud.
Yes, the quick answer is that the Sangathan will decide who will be after winning the 24 Modi is coming as Prime Minister of India. After 29th, we will decide and Sangathan will take decision who will be the face of the Prime Minister. I don't see there is any controversy, but yes, I am happy that at least Congress is expecting that BJP is bringing another Prime Minister in 29. Thank you very much to Congress.
All right. Okay. So basically, you have left the door open. As far as 2024 is concerned, the Prime Minister has himself stated that he is returning to power, but you have kept the options open when it is about 2029. That's what I'm taking, the cue that I'm taking from this conversation, Dr. Mishra. Let me actually quickly bring in George Kurian. George, can we really keep the politics aside from this visit of Rajnikanth, especially to Uttar Pradesh, also going to the Ayodhya temple? Can we really do that? Or the conjectures that are being made on his political leanings, there is, of course, no smoke without fire. How do you read it?
Very good evening to your audience. As a political strategist, I look at this in a different manner. I strongly believe that, the BJP has been eyeing the south of India, especially the Tamil Nadu, that they want to get their brand of politics. So they are eyeing Rajnikanth to, give them that leverage to get into the south. And I strongly believe that, this is nothing but a cheap stunt by Rajnikanth himself. He's a staunch actor. He's in the south, and especially in part of South India, he's prayed and he's looked as a godly figure to be very specific. And so I strongly believe that no yogi or sannyasi when in politics can be true to the path of God. And I strongly believe so. Touching the feet of yogi in this scenario is uncalled for. I strongly believe. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you have to say about his political leanings? Are they being laid bare, as is being claimed by many, as far as Rajnikanth is concerned?
Well, we can look at the entire promotional of his movie in Uttar Pradesh and his visit to Ayodhya, which is in the future. So it looks like the Modi government and BJP is looking at Rajnikanth and using him as a political mileage to enter south of India.
Okay. Nupur Mehta, you're an actor. You're also a fan of the Saliva. What did you in fact feel when you saw that image of Rajnikanth bowing before Yogi Adityanath? Did you really read too much into it now that the controversy has escalated, it's spiraled out of control, we are actually debating it on national TV? Or did you think that it's totally okay?
Good evening, Griha. Well, I think the trollers and the critics have been really unkind with Rajnikanth. He's trolled in a highly tumultuous manner, which was really not required. I feel it's a freedom of expression and that we cannot take away from any citizen of our country. It's a way to express his regards and respect towards the holy man. Yogi ji follows the doctrines of piousness and righteousness. He possesses virtue that brought him fame and popularity. And I'm sure that these holy and miraculous powers that Yogi ji possesses made Rajnikanth bow to him. In fact, I would like to put a point here. Shah Rukh Khan bowed to Mamta Banerjee. Mr. Raj Kapoor bowed to Haji Mastan in his days. Nobody trolled for that. Nobody made a big issue or highly criticized them for that. So I think bowing in our Hindu culture is a highly affirmative way to show respect and dignity towards a godly person.
We're talking about two things here, Nupur. These claims that you made, obviously, Shah Rukh Khan meeting Mamta Banerjee, showing respect to a lady and also a chief minister of West Bengal, considering the position that she holds, or for that matter, the Haji Mastan example that you've used. No, we've not really seen actors genuflect before, a personality or these people that you've spoken about. So this obviously has been taken out of that context.
That's the truth.
So that's what I wanted to understand. Let me actually bring in Udit Raj back. Mr. Udit Raj.
I personally feel that Shah Rukh Khan bowing towards Mamta Banerjee is not wrong. It is his way of showing respect to Mamta Banerjee.
No, absolutely.
But
that's what I'm saying.
He was not criticized or trolled. That is the point.
And
here,
Udit Raj, all right, I'll come to you,
Nupur.
I'll come to you, Nupur. Mr. Udit Raj, I'd like to understand this one aspect. You are claiming that this might just spell off a big change in the offing as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, because there is a certain amount of clout that Yogi Adityanath commands within the party. But when it is about Rajnikanth, there has been a conversation around his impending plunge into politics. What does this meeting or his going to Uttar Pradesh, even if it be to promote his film Jailer, how do you see all the maneuvers that were undertaken by the actor, especially this one that we are particularly talking about?
You see, we don't have anything into it. It is his choice, what he does it. But the discussion which is there behind the scene, behind the curtain, that I have brought about. And secondly, that that is something extraordinary, not a routine thing for Rajinikanth. That I have said, and we don't have any objection. It is his personal choice. It is personal freedom, what he does it. Nobody is objecting it. But what is said that certainly the move is little bit very extraordinary. That was the only thing to discuss. Otherwise, it is his choice to do what he does.
But would you also say that this move was mutually beneficial for both Yogi Adityanath and also Rajnikanth? Would you call this mutually beneficial? Because this, in a sense, because of the clout that Rajnikanth commands, especially in a state like in Tamil Nadu, also parts of Karnataka, do you think this will also give a certain kind of position to Yogi Adityanath ahead of the general elections next year?
Certainly. Personal intimacy, friendship does matter. If JP contest, definitely they will contest election in Tamil Nadu, and which personal fraternity with him may help at some point of time. It can't be ruled out. Anyway, that also is none of us or anybody to interfere in it. Of course, it is them to decide. And we are not saying that we are not raising any finger, no question about it, just a discussion that definitely out of proportion, the respect shown by him is a bit extraordinary. That is what we just discussed and nothing else. Of course, he must be looking something.
Yeah.
There be a mutual benefit.
Yeah.
Not in current, but in future also mutually beneficial to each other. So it's up to them to decide.
Like just
And
adding on to that question, Udit, I want to ask you this. That, when it comes to the mud politics, it's not as much prevalent in the state of Tamil Nadu. However, it is a lot there in the state of Karnataka. This, by positioning him as bowing before the sannyasi, before the yogi of the Gorakhdham Mutt, that's how the positioning has been, and that's what has been endorsed by Rajnikanth. That will be helping the politics of Yogi Adityanath or the BJP in the state of both Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. How is the Congress planning to counter that?
See what happened that even if he jumps into politics, Rajinikanth tried number of times, but the political soil of Tamil Nadu is different.
Okay.
And it's difficult for him or anyone for that matter, except the Davidian parties,
Yes.
to make really any substantial mark, or they can really improve the Tamil politics. BJP has been trying it very hard for a long time, but has not succeeded. Even Congress has been marginalized. When at one point of time, Congress was the main opposition party, but of course, main party rather. Then after DMK emerged, then ADIMK emerged. So the society is different from others. Discourses are different, priorities are different, and they are a bit. I can say that they are towards social reforms, etc. And justice, social justice agenda is.
Okay. So basically, उदित राज जी अब ये कह रहे हैं कि इससे बीजेपी को कोई ज्यादा कुछ फायदा नहीं होगा, क्योंकि इनरोड्स बनाने में भी बहुत वक्त लगेगा, सिर्फ रजनीकांत का स्टैंप important नहीं है. But George Kurian, I'd like to understand.
No, indeed it is important. Indeed it is important. It's important, but definitely in Tamil politics, difficult. But definitely he has influence, but not that much influence that he can overturn or he can do substantially achievement over there. That is also.
Okay, all right. George Kurian, would you agree to what Udit Raj is saying as far as the foray, or probably giving Yogi Adityanath that kind of head start that's required for the BJP, especially in the state of Tamil Nadu?
Well, as I said earlier, I look at it as an event which is a cheap stunt, as I said earlier, and I strongly believe that BJP is eyeing to make inroads to south of India and especially Tamil Nadu, where they have been trying hard. And looking at the Lok Sabha 2024 elections, BJP is trying to rope in Rajnikanth and make him, because he has the leaders towards the party, and to bring that brand of politics into south, as it's very important for them to come back to power in 2024. And so I strongly believe that there must be some understanding between the two, that's BJP and Rajnikanth, for some understanding and for some kind of a, give and take kind of a thing. So he's been used to, promote his film, at the same time giving that image of, a South Indian stalwart actor like Rajnikanth, endorsing the brand of politics that BJP is into.
Okay. So, Dr. Mishra, would you like to actually respond to these claims? A lot of it can be staged. Something similar was seen in the last general elections. Right ahead of that, there was a big meeting of Rajnikanth, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We are seeing something similar. This time, the person who is at the center of it all is Yogi Adityanath. Rajnikanth specially making his way to Uttar Pradesh, a state which, of course, is a very, very important state where the BJP holds a lot of clout and command. That is UP, ahead of general elections, and then meeting with the chief minister of the state, going to strategic locations like the Ayodhya. these claims, how is the BJP planning to basically field all of these arguments?
Griha, I think BJP is not have eyes on only on the Tamil Nadu or any part of country. If the BJP is having eyes on the POK as well as Exai Chin, so for us any inch of land of whole country is very important. And yes, we are preparing at each and every election, at each and every seats with full force. I don't see there is any problem in fighting all the taking care of all the area of our country. But mixing this faith of Mr. Rajnikanth ji with Yogi ji with politics is I don't understand. But yes, we are ready for every place of the country. Another thing, Udit Raj ji was telling that society is different. In my opinion, Griha, there is only one type of society. One is poor and one is rich, and poverty is similar all over the country. And our policy of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas and Sabka Vishwas is flowing all over the country, each and every part of the country, whether it is road, whether it is home, whether it is Shauchalaya, whether it is electricity, whether it is gas connection, everything. So yes, we are coming to whole country with all
Dr.
our
Mishra,
work done,
Sabka
which
Saath
we did
and everything is fine. Sabka Saath and everything is fine, but your detractors, especially BJP's detractors, are claiming that there is a strategic use of Rajnikanth that has been done over here.
Griha, just you have to understand that Rajnikanth came to CM Yogi. It's not that some BJP leader went to Rajnikanth. So it's a normal gesture of any politician as a CM of the state, as a politician, and also as a Yogi.
Yes.
Anybody can come and meet anybody.
Nupur, let me get the lady to have the last word. Nupur, I want to understand, there is a spiritual side of Rajnikanth that he has never shied away from. If you believe in the people who are very, very close to Rajnikanth, they will say that he sees anything saffron, he will definitely go ahead and bow to that person, irrespective of the political ideology. That doesn't really feature in the scheme of things. So I want to understand from you, can we actually look at it as a standalone gesture? Because that's what the debate is all about. Whether this was a standalone gesture or whether there was something deeply political about it.
Absolutely, Griha. I think it's a very acceptable manner to bow feet in our culture, in our religion. It is a great way to show respect. And I think let's not indulge politics and drag everything into politics. You know, whenever celebrities are concerned or big leaders are concerned, to give due respect to both the politicians and the panel, nothing against them, but they both are indulging politics and, creating a big hype about it, which is highly criticizing. Moreover, I would like to add that the Western way of greeting someone like shaking hands or embracing, I think it's a very contagious manner to spread viral infection. Rather, our Hindu culture permits us to bow feet or to do namaste, which is very healthy, and I think we must follow that.
Okay.
And differentiating here that why didn't he touch Mr. Modi's feet and why he's touching Mr. Yogi's feet, I think this is very ridiculous.
Okay.
That is his personal way of expressing. That's his body language. So we should give that liberty to Mr. Rajnikanth.
All right. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank all my panelists who have joined me this evening. Two of them agree to the fact that this can be a standalone gesture. One should not read too much into the picture, while the other two, of course, cannot really stay away from the kind of political significance that this picture has commanded. And of course, definitely, many would call it a storm in a teacup. Others wouldn't. Because all of them, of course, are also waiting for Rajnikanth's foray into the political sphere, long pending.